Racks.
Spin the rack, spin that rack.
It's official. Robert Pattinson is the Batman. As reported by Deadline, the 33-year-old English actor of Twilight fame.
English actor.
English. Okay, well, either way, this Englishman beat out Dark Phoenix star Nicholas Hoult, who was a heavy frontrunner for the role to become the next Batman in Matt Reeves' The Batman. It is going to be focusing on a younger Batman. That's why he won the role.
Apparently.
Well,
they're going to do Batman Year One, I guess, or maybe, probably.
Well, I mean, it's funny. It's like a younger Batman. I guess younger than Ben Affleck, but that's why Ben Affleck is not in it. But meanwhile, like Robert Pattinson's 33, so I don't know how young they're going to go.
It's younger than Ben Affleck, I guess.
Apparently, before we get into the reaction, of course, the work that it took to actually audition. So it was him and Nicholas Hoult, and they had dueling audition tapes. So director Matt Reeves, who picked Twilight star over Nicholas Hoult, is said to have screen tested both actors in a batsuit from a previous Caped Crusader film. 2 weeks ago, a black jacket-clad Robert Pattinson faced flashbulbs and reporters when he was talking about The Lighthouse. When one guest approached him at the reception and said, "I heard you were the new Batman," he offered only a sly smile and stayed mum. In reality, Pattinson was not the Caped Crusader just yet. Hours after his cons duty were over, he was on a plane to Los Angeles to face perhaps the biggest test of his acting career, putting on a batsuit for director Matt Reeves. So it came down to what they looked like in a suit, I guess. Right? I mean, that's basically what this article said.
No, but they said they filmed sequences with them, right?
Yeah.
They actually. So I mean, I guess it came down to how they looked in the suit, but I more think it's probably how they were able to move around and act in the suit. You know, because that's going to be a big deal. That's going to be
Reeves is said to have spent hours poring over the two actors' work and met with them in April. Pattinson obviously has far more name recognition.
Mm-hmm. But Nicholas Hoult was a superhero. He is a luminary in the superhero genre for the last couple of years. So ever since X-Men First Class, so he's been around a while doing it.
According to this article from Hollywood Reporter, Christian Bale, before landing Batman Begins, performed his test in the suit used by Val Kilmer. So apparently, this is a tradition now of putting on the bat suit. How do they embody the character? How did their eyes look and act? Is there a specialness to them? Those are the questions Reeves.
Too bad they didn't do that for Christian Bale.
They had to do it for Christian Bale. Yeah.
Too bad they didn't.
No, they did.
He just looked terrible in that suit. I hated that cowl. I've never had anything good to say about those Batman movies. So.
What's your reaction to Robert Pattinson?
I don't know. Here's the thing. I'm very upset it's not Ben Affleck because whatever you want to say about his acting or whatever you want to say about those movies, that was one of my favorite Batman.
Tremendous, right?
Yeah. And now, okay, DC.
What was your reaction, though, when you heard Ben Affleck was going to be Batman?
It's the same way. I stopped reacting to stuff like that. Because Heath Ledger, I was one of the whole. I actually said when Heath Ledger got cast as the Joker.
Yeah.
I said that he must be brilliant in it.
Yeah.
You know? Because that's such an unorthodox choice that the only reason you would make a choice like that. It's not a political choice. It's not going to get you a lot of popularity. The only reason you would make a choice like that is if you looked at his auditions, or he looked at what he was doing with the character and said, "This is brilliant. I got to have him in the movie." And it turned out I was right. He was absolutely he's the best thing as far as I'm concerned. Not a big fan of those movies. I still think that's the best Joker we ever got.
What is it about the Bat franchises? You're right. What is it about the Bat franchises that when you make an unorthodox choice, it tends to work out versus what you would consider a safe choice? George Clooney, I would consider a safe choice. Val Kilmer, I would consider a safe choice.
Michael Keaton wasn't a safe choice.
Exactly. Michael Keaton wasn't.
An obvious
Ledger
choice.
wasn't. I mean, there are so many instances where they've made these unorthodox choices.
Because the unsafe choices are people that already had to prove themselves, which is why they're in the franchise.
Yeah.
the George Clooney probably didn't have to prove himself. They took a look at him as like, this guy looks great. He'll make a great Bruce Wayne. He'll look great, and then we'll model a Batman suit around him.
Yeah,
so it can look good. Because a lot of directors are like, it's just a suit. So we'll get a tailor in here. We'll lock him down. We'll put some snazzy stuff on him, and he'll be as great as George Clooney is, but in a Batman suit. Same as Val Kilmer. But everybody else had to fight for the role. Everybody else had to come along and prove it. It's like, Michael Keaton, you want to be Batman? Prove to me you could be Batman. And as far as I'm concerned, next to Affleck, they really haven't had a Batman like Michael Keaton.
I agree.
It hasn't happened.
Affleck was he really was shockingly so good as Batman, and he looked good in the suit too.
And he was terrifying. He was like,
I know.
You're looking at like, if this guy just showed up in the room and he's all beefed out. He's also doing the Dark Knight, the Frank Miller Batman, which everybody loves.
Yes.
If he showed up in a room and you were caught doing something, illegal, let's just say, you'd be worried for yourself. You'd feel that you were screwed. I don't know.
This is a good question for you. Good question. When all is said and done, who will have the better Bat career, Affleck or Pattinson?
The better Bat career.
The better, we will judge their work as Batman the best.
Well, I don't know. I haven't seen Pattinson's.
I know. That's what I'm asking. This is you predicting. I want your fortune teller hat on.
Didn't we just have this conversation about speculation?
I know, but it's what fuels those YouTube hits. Subscribe, like us, subscribe. No, but seriously.
Stay away from us. I'm going to do reverse psychology. Stay away from us. We don't want you. We don't want you.
Just don't tell us don't subscribe. No, but who, all said and done, Affleck, Pattinson, who's going to be the better Batman? Who's going to give the better Batman the better Bat performance when all is said and done?
I guess by law of averages, by the science that we were just talking about, it's going to have to be Pattinson, because it is the absolute unorthodox choice to make. It's not something that's going to excite your fan base, right? So it has to be a judgment on the merit of his performance, and not a gig that they gave, that the studio said, we want Patterson's really hot right now, so we want him to be your Batman, because he's not. He hasn't been seen in quite a while. That's the funniest thing, right? He has been taking a lot of unorthodox movie roles since. Wouldn't you? Twilight. Like if you were? No, I agree. I don't. And also, if you could sustain yourself on it, you'd stay away from the fanfare. I mean, he did What was it? The Elephants movie.
Yeah.
The name of that movie. Oh man, and I actually enjoyed that movie. I enjoyed it mostly because Christoph Waltz is in it, and I think he's probably one of the most brilliant actors I've ever seen. But he did a good job in it. And everything I've seen him, and I'm not actually really that down on the Twilight movies. They are what they are. You know, they're entertainment for what they are. So I wouldn't count him out just because he was part of Twilight, and that he, he's taken on a character that's very much maligned in our pop culture. So he's obviously an actor. He started out in Harry Potter. He's got some bona fides, that is pretty worthwhile. So let's see what he does. But I'm very disappointed that Affleck is gone. That's how I feel about it. I'm very disappointed they're moving away from that. I wanted an Affleck movie.
I know.
I got to see him twice, which is great. It's more than I thought I would get. I got to see it even in.
Oh yeah, I guess you could count Justice League. I didn't even think about Justice League. Horrible.
Yeah.
Last question though for you: do we need another Bat? Okay, I'm going to say, do we need? I'm going to get. Do we want another Batman movie?
Of course we do.
We do.
Well, we'll find out.
Batman's the most often portrayed character besides Spider-Man in the movies. Spider-Man had 3, 5, 6, 7 solo films. Batman has also had 7. This will be 8. And I'm counting Far From Home. So Batman will be the most often utilized character. I mean, weren't we just saying with the MCU, one of the strengths is they don't keep giving you the same things? Like even Spider-Man continues now.
Technically, this is not going to be the same thing because I mean, you could judge all the Batman by who's played Batman. They haven't been hasn't been any two Batman movies that have been the same, even when the same actor is playing them. Because if you look at Batman versus Batman Returns, two very different movies, with two very different reactions to it.
I think that goes without saying.
Or if you look at The Dark Knight next to Dark Knight Rises, there is a marked difference in the atmosphere of those movies. Let's not even talk about quality. Let's just talk about just the atmosphere and the tone of those movies. There's a marked difference in it. So it's really hard to duplicate the Batman thing. You could give us another Batman movie, but it is going to be different on a lot of fundamental levels in comparison to the other Batman movies that we've already gotten.
We can only hope. All right, comment in the fields, in the comment fields. If you're watching us on Twitch, if you're watching us on YouTube, if you're watching us on Facebook, hit us up at secretsofthesire.com, facebook.com/secretsofthesire. I want to give a shout out to all of our patrons as well, too. I just don't think I forgot you, which I almost did, but I didn't because here you are. You're here. Craig Caruso, Einar Peterson, Matt Beyer, Ashley Haikai, Omar Morales, Program Director Stephanie Dolce, Uber fan Christina Dolce. I want again to thank our guest, Jamie Twarkowski. Next week, we are going to be doing our Dark Phoenix review. Goodbye to the Fox franchise. It is the last Fox franchise
that you've already predicted will be a blockbuster. So Fox is going to mess themselves up.
I think it's going to be really good because New Mutants has never seen the light of day. So I think this is it. This is it. All right. We will see you next week.
Secrets of the Sire.